Forgiving isn't about letting someone off the hook or pretending something painful didn't happen. Forgiveness is about taking back your power, about choosing to free yourself from a past that you can no longer change. Imagine, for a moment, that every grudge, every resentment, and every hurtful memory you carry is a weight that you're pulling around. Over time, these burdens only get heavier, weighing down your spirit, clouding your mind, and holding back your happiness. Yet, we cling to them as if holding on will somehow undo the harm. But in reality, holding on to anger or resentment only deepens the pain. Forgiving isn't an easy journey. It's complex, personal, and often incredibly painful. Forgiving may seem like weakness or surrender, as if forgiving means accepting the wrong that was done. But in truth, forgiveness is strength. It's a process of acknowledging your pain, deciding to let it go, and choosing to find peace within yourself. When we forgive, we aren't dismissing or excusing the actions of others. We're releasing the emotional control these memories have over us. Forgiveness is about self-liberation. It's a chance to unburden ourselves, to heal, and to live without the constant shadow of past wounds. In a world where holding grudges can seem like a natural defense, choosing forgiveness becomes a profound act of courage. Forgiveness is a journey, often fraught with challenges and setbacks, yet one that brings us closer to peace and inner freedom. It begins with understanding that forgiveness doesn't deny or diminish the wrongs done. Instead, it gives us permission to move on from the pain. Recognizing our feelings is a critical first step, acknowledging the hurt, sadness, and anger rather than pretending they don't exist. Too often, we suppress our emotions, burying them deep within, thinking that this will keep us safe. But buried pain is like a seed that grows into bitterness, affecting our thoughts, actions, and relationships. Once we have acknowledged our pain, we can then move toward empathy, not necessarily toward those who hurt us, but toward ourselves. Often, forgiving ourselves is harder than forgiving others. We may hold on to guilt, feeling that we allowed ourselves to be hurt or that we could have done something differently. Self-forgiveness is essential here. We must remind ourselves that we did the best we could with the knowledge and resources we had at the time. Forgiveness requires vulnerability, allowing ourselves to be open to the full spectrum of our emotions. As uncomfortable as it may be, vulnerability is the gateway to emotional release. By opening ourselves up, we create space for healing to begin. Forgiveness also means choosing to rewrite the narrative we carry about the event. Instead of viewing ourselves as victims of betrayal, pain, or abandonment, we can begin to see ourselves as survivors, as people who have been shaped but not defined by our experiences. We get to decide how much power these events hold over us and how they influence our lives moving forward. This part of forgiveness requires patience, as healing is never linear. There will be days when the old wounds sting and moments when anger resurfaces. The key is to meet these moments with compassion, understanding that healing is an ongoing journey. Moreover, practicing forgiveness involves setting boundaries, not only with those who may have hurt us, but also with ourselves. Forgiving someone doesn't mean inviting them back into our lives or giving them another chance to cause harm. It's about learning where we draw the line between forgiveness and self-preservation. Forgiveness allows us to close a chapter without resentment. It teaches us to protect our well-being by letting go of what no longer serves us. Finally, forgiveness is about acceptance, accepting that we cannot change the past, but that we can shape our future. Through forgiveness, we regain control over our lives, leaving behind the resentment and bitterness that held us captive. It's a conscious choice to embrace healing over hurt and love over anger. Forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves, a key to release the chains of anger, resentment, and pain that keep us tethered to the past. It is a journey, often long and difficult, requiring deep reflection and courage. But with each step toward forgiveness, we reclaim our freedom and our peace. We learn to see ourselves as resilient rather than broken, as capable of choosing peace in place of suffering. Letting go of the past doesn't mean forgetting what happened. It means choosing to no longer let it define us. In forgiving, we transcend the role of victim, stepping into a place of strength and understanding. The freedom that comes from forgiveness is profound and life-altering. It allows us to release the weight of old wounds and to open our hearts to the beauty of the present. By forgiving, we don't erase the past. We transform it, allowing it to become a source of growth and wisdom. It is through this act that we discover a deeper self-love and compassion, healing not only the scars of our past, but also creating a brighter, more peaceful future. Choosing forgiveness is choosing freedom, and in that freedom, we find a more fulfilled, peaceful life.